Okay, so today I'm going to install the 52-gallon S&B fuel tank. If you've noticed, I've got it on jack stands behind me. That's because that tank is extra tall. This truck is not lifted, and so it's a little bit difficult to get it up under there unless you get it up high in the air. The other good reason to lift it is from the back end is that you retain your oil in your transfer case when you pull the drive line. So anyway, let me get under there. We'll start getting some of the lines disconnected and get the drive line disconnected, and I'll show you what we're doing under there. All right, so once you get under the truck, you've got a, you're gonna need a 5/8 socket. We're gonna got it neutral. We're gonna rotate it. We'll pull these 4 bolts out, and we'll slip this drive line out so we can get up to the top of this tank and disconnect the electric lines to the sending unit and the fuel lines. Okay, once you got the drive line removed, you can kind of get up here. And right there, kind of hard to see right here. I'm going to drop the tank down a little bit so I can get to those fittings, but that's where your connectors are. Okay, as you can see, I've got about 2 or 3 more inches there I gave it, and then got the front clamp off, just removed it completely, and then got it sitting. Of course, I ran the tank empty, so probably only a couple of gallons in it. It's not too bad. You can almost handle it by hand, but now you definitely have room to access the stuff you need to get to. Let me get those lines disconnected. Okay, so once you get your factory tank out, you're gonna have to remove this locking ring and pull your sending unit out. We're gonna switch it over to that tank. That tank actually has a different O-ring to seal. So once we get this off, we'll use the O-ring on that tank and that locking ring. But I'll go ahead and get it knocked off real quick. Once you do that, it'll pop. Take this retaining ring off right here. There's a float on the bottom of this, so you gotta come out with it. And the fuel bucket's gonna have a little bit of fuel in it. Okay, so we've got the fuel deal out. Remove the retaining ring on this tank. Pull this up. Here's the O-ring I'm gonna use that came with the S&B tank right here. Put a little diesel on it, just so it doesn't get pinched. Use oil or diesel or whatever you need. Make sure your surfaces are clean. I'm gonna go ahead and put it over the top of the sending unit. Same way, we're gonna put the float in here like this. Come around. Okay. And then we're going to pull this O-ring up top like here. And you can see this little flap right here goes right in between these 2 pieces. Make sure you get a good tight seal on that, get it centered up pretty good. Okay, we know that's where it's going to sit. Take your locking ring. Okay, just make sure all of them are started all the way around. Try to get it on both sides. And then once these line up and it clips into place, you'll know you've got it set. So right there, we've got it set. And it's ready to install the tank. Okay, so got the tank installed. Look under here. Hangs down a few inches, but it's not bad. Filling it up. All right, before I left the house, I put about 15 gallons in it. Right now we're showing about 11.8. So here in just a sec, we'll be at the 30-gallon mark. And what I was going to explain is you can go into Alpha OBD2 and set the range to, you can set it up to a 50-gallon tank.
but it's inaccurate because on this tank, you have about 13, 15 gallons, something like that on top of the sending unit that it can't measure. So yeah, it'll show 700 gallons until empty. But that's inaccurate because once that 18 gallons falls off, it's still showing 700 till empty. So, you know, just to kind of know that the best way to do it for it to be accurate, if you do want an accurate DTE, I just know when it starts dropping from the full, then that DTE is accurate if you leave it stock the way it is. Like, see, right now we've got 20 gallons, so that'll be almost 35 gallons in it. So it's going to show full at about 40 gallons. So I'd like to thank you for watching the video today on the S&B fuel tank. Please hit that like and subscribe down the bottom right hand corner, and we'll catch you on the next one.